everybody. We are back again to talk a little NFL
Football.
We are already, man, we got to recap Week 10 and already doing predictions for Week 11.
That's crazy.
Man, that is crazy how fast football. You wait for it, you wait for it, you wait for it,
And
you wait
then
for it.
it's gone.
Gone, man. Yeah. But before we get started out, we want
to do a little quick moment
just
of
a
silence.
little quick moment of silence for just the memory of one of the greatest to ever be.
Probably the greatest.
The legend.
The man, the myth.
The legend,
The king of entertainment.
Mr. Stan Lee. So we'll just pause for just a second. Alrighty. Now we'll talk a little football. We actually may have a little Stan Lee tribute here somewhere on our page here in a few days, so stay tuned to that.
Stay tuned for that.
But we do want to recap Week 10. We'll jump into a little NFL football here. And it starts out Thursday night with...
Oh, my goodness. It hurts just thinking about this one.
Man, the Steelers thumped the Panthers. I actually thought it was going to be a close game. And actually, the Panthers started out really good. Drove down the field, got that 7-point touchdown.
But it all just fell downhill from there.
14 seconds later, the Steelers were up 14-7.
I was confused.
2 plays. It was like...
2 plays.
Whoa. I don't think the Panthers ever recovered from that. I don't think you could really look at the Panthers team from that game, because they got punched in the mouth in 14 seconds and just couldn't recover from it. It was stunning, really.
Cam Newton got sacked 5 times by the Pittsburgh pass rush.
So it was
and multiple hurries.
It was Pittsburgh's night. Pittsburgh looked unstoppable, which they haven't all year.
But this may
they
be
looked
the
good,
game.
didn't they? See, but so we'll just let that one slide on by, and we'll just look to the next week.
The message to the Panthers, to Ron Rivera. Fix the issues and look at the issues from the Steelers game, and the best thing you can do from here
is just move forward and just because there's not a lot you can do about that. To the Steelers, man,
you guys look freaking amazing
out there. The Steelers kicked some butt.
Ben Roethlisberger had a perfect passer rating.
Yeah, I think for 5 touchdowns, was it?
5 touchdowns.
Goodness gracious, that's crazy.
And it looks like they're gonna have fun without Le'Veon Bell.
Yeah, I mean, they don't need Le'Veon Bell anyways. Le'Veon Bell put out that tweet, if anybody leaves the game for a year, then you just don't love the game.
And then
well, I guess you don't
later.
love the game. So, yeah. Well, anyways, we'll jump on into Sunday. We had the Lions at the Bears. The Lions are struggling. They lost again by 12 points.
Well, it wasn't as close as the score indicated. I mean, the Bears just suffocated them.
Yeah.
Khalil Mack and Allen Robinson return.
Yeah.
And Khalil Mack's presence is once again felt.
Yeah, so...
I think Stafford was completely
immobilized.
immobilized.
It may take a while for him, the new coach... What's his name?
Matt Patricia. Former defensive coordinator of New England.
It may take him a while to get his stamp on the team. We'll just wait and see. We had the Saints at the Bengals. We call that one.
This might be this might outrank the Thursday night blowout.
It is. They won 51-14.
If you look at the final score, the Panthers lost by 32. The Bengals lost by like 37.
Yeah. So the Bengals were at home. And got their butt kicked that bad.
Ouch. But the Panthers went on the road and got their butt kicked.
Yeah, it looks like the Saints are the #1 team in the NFL right now.
But talk about the historically bad Bengals defense as of late.
Well, they actually, after the game was over, they fired their defensive coordinator because for the 3rd week in a row...
They've given up over 500 yards.
How can you give up 500 yards? But yeah... They fire now. They're never going to fire
Marvin Lewis.
Marvin Lewis.
He's stuck in the eternal mediocrity.
Even though he's 0-7
in the playoffs.
In
But here's a funny thing. They hired Hugh Jackson.
Hugh Jackson in. They got to play the Browns 2 more times, so they hired Hugh Jackson. Does that not? That stinks, don't it? That's a little rotten. Yeah, that smells a little rotten there. I mean, would you take any advice from Hugh Jackson? I don't care if he knows the team or not. Speaking of that, we had the Falcons at the Browns.
Talk about laying an egg.
Yeah, you get that Hugh Jackson out of there, and all of a sudden you score 28 points.
Realistically, the score was 28-10, but there was just one garbage touchdown.
Falcons got a little garbage touchdown at the end, so it was 28-16.
I've never seen the Browns handily win a game like this in 3 years.
And they handily beat up the Falcons, which was on a roll. Falcons just won what, 4 in a row or something?
I'm pretty sure like maybe 3 in a row or something.
Yeah, that was something. The Browns probably still won't make the playoffs. They've got a tough out. The last
six, they got one of the toughest schedules in the National Football League.
But man, they are looking good. Next year, I'm gonna call it again. They will be in the playoffs next year.
Next year?
If
they get a head coach?
I don't know.
That is.
Williams is not. I mean, I don't know if they'll keep him as the. He's a good defensive coordinator though.
But hey, Falcons doing your choking ways, huh?
Yeah, the Falcons are still the Falcons. We had the Patriots at the Titans. Oh. Man, the Titans not only beat them, they dominated them. They beat the living crap out of them.
That's exactly what I wanted.
34-10. And you know how they did it. They put constant pressure on Brady. And you can hate me, you can love me. Brady, if you put pressure on him...
He folds like a paper napkin.
He's not a good quarterback. If you put pressure on him, he is not a good quarterback.
He
can't make a throw. He misses everybody. You throw him at your feet, throw him over your head. He's not a good quarterback. Tom Brady is a system quarterback. And if you break the system, you break the Brady.
Yep.
And that's what the Titans did.
That is a correctamundo.
Mm-hmm. We had the Jaguars at the Colts. I really thought the Jaguars would try to bounce back. But, man, how many have they lost in a row now?
5.
Yeah, 5 in a row. Last year's a pick for the Super Bowl last year, and now they are just horrible.
Collapse.
Now, the Colts haven't allowed a sack, I think, in 5 games now.
Yeah, I think that leads the NFL.
I think that leads. So the Colts are starting to turn it up as a young team, and the Jaguars are starting to turn it down.
The problem for the Colts is their defense. It's been weak all season long.
Yeah,
but their offense is really good.
The Colts probably won't make the playoffs, but they'll be dangerous. So they'll beat somebody they're not supposed to here coming up. We had the Cardinals, poor Cardinals, at the Chiefs.
Why did they get fed to the Wolves in that
game?
I don't
know. The Chiefs only beat them by 12. I mean, it was less than what I thought. But the Chiefs may have been looking past them because they suck so bad. But it was 26-14 still, yet they beat them by 12.
One extra loss will get you some good draft positioning.
Yeah, we had the Chargers at the Raiders. Speaking of draft positioning, the Chargers won 20-6. I told you I'm not picking the Raiders anymore. The Raiders are out the door, and they lost 20-6.
You know what, Dad? Phillip Rivers has had one of his weaker games of the season as a quarterback.
They still beat them by 14. Because the Raiders at home scored 6.
What the heck is going on in Oakland?
They're officially the worst team in the NFL now.
That is just...
Behind the Bills.
Behind the Cardinals.
Behind the Cardinals.
And the 49ers.
Behind the 49ers.
And the Giants.
And the Giants. The Raiders are the worst team in the NFL.
They're playing like it.
We had the Cowboys at the Eagles. Which Cowboys team is it that we won? One week they can't score 14 points at home, and then they go to the Eagles and put up 27 on them? I guess all you have to do is threaten to fire somebody, and all of a sudden it changes. I don't know.
Yep, I
mean, I'm taking the win. Any win over the Eagles is a good week.
Well, how about Golden Tate for you, Eagles?
Oh,
you get them 1 week. You get them 1 week, and then you lose.
And you get 3 catches. Why did you buy the little shiny Golden Tate if you weren't going to use him?
Well, it seemed like Carson Wentz wasn't even going to throw to him.
I don't know. But yeah, go Cowboys.
But Leighton Vander Esch for the Cowboys looks to be a star linebacker.
He's a rookie linebacker. He actually may be a all-pro player. He was
star.
Future star, yeah. We had the Redskins at the Bucks. The Redskins beat them 16-3. Poor
Here's
Bucks.
the embarrassing stat for the Buccaneers.
What was that?
500 total yards of offense. When you look at that
and
stat.
3 points? How can you have 500 yards of offense and have 3 points?
I tell you why.
Because you're the Bucks.
I tell you why. You got 2 missed field goals inside the red zone. You got a couple fumbles. You got a couple interceptions. And that all just piles up to be just one gigantic
So they were
mess.
Awesome in between the 20s. But they couldn't score the football. Now, here's the embarrassing game of the week. I'm sorry, Big Al. I love you, Big Al. Man, the Bills beat the Jets 41-10. Coach.
Okay, I'm gonna go on my little rant.
Go on your little rant there.
Todd Bowles.
What the crap, dude?
You had a lot of promise with the team you took over in 2015. You were 1 game away from the playoffs, and you lose to Buffalo, and then it all just goes down the crapper from there. I mean, when you look at all the talent, he's possessed.
And they're
all
31
the
points. You lose by 31 points.
To Buffalo.
This was Matt Barkley was the quarterback this week.
They got him from the grocery store.
He was bagging groceries. He wasn't even in the draft too. This kid was in there bagging groceries. Hadn't threw an NFL pass in 2 years.
And he just comes in and rips you apart.
And he put up 41 points after
that
not
crap
playing
is on the coach.
2 years.
That's not on the players.
No,
that's on the coach. He needs to get the heck out of there.
He needs to get out of there, yeah. Matt Barkley had his highest quarterback rating
of his
career.
Of his career. And he hasn't played an NFL down in
2
like
years.
2 seasons. Man. It's insane. Get him out of there.
And I've got a soft spot for the Jets. That's why we're so mad about it. I like the Jets.
They cannot improve with Todd
Bowles. Bowles has got to go. Bowles has got to go. We'll go ahead and skip on by that. We had the Dolphins at the Packers. The Packers won that pretty handily, 31-12. I told you the Dolphins are stick a fork in them.
Yeah, put a fork in those Dolphins. They're done. Well,
the Dolphins are the Dolphins.
Do you know why they failed?
Why?
Brock Osweiler was their quarterback.
Osweiler. Man, he sucks, doesn't he? We had the Seahawks at the Rams. That was an entertaining game, 36-31. The Rams won. We thought the Rams would win.
But it took the Rams to stop them on the last drive.
I'll give it to the Seahawks. They went in there like their season depended on it, which it probably did, and they gave everything they could. They just
could not pull it through in the end.
The Rams pulled it through in the end, and the Seahawks couldn't. This is a really good game, though.
Showed a lot of grit in that game against the Rams, but just the Rams' talent was just too much.
And then we had the stinker game of the week, our Monday Night Football. The Giants at the 49ers. Somebody had to lose, somebody had to win. So the Giants got win number.
That's the draft positioning game.
Yep.
And it looks like the Giants will be falling behind in that race.
Yep, now the Raiders are the only team with one win.
Yeah, the one win. And they looked like the front runner for the number 1 overall pick.
Yeah.
Plus, Eli Manning looked like classic good old vintage
vintage. Yeah, threw 3 interceptions, no picks. Barkley looked good.
3 touchdowns.
Yeah, three.
You said 3 interceptions and no picks. That makes no sense.
He threw 3 touchdowns. I was trying to think about the picks because the other quarterback threw 2 picks.
Yeah, Nick Mullins.
The
same guy who tore
Mullins earlier in his when he was younger went to the Manning Passing Academy. That's no joke. He went to the Manning Passing Academy and then ended up playing Eli, which was one of his teachers.
So Eli taught him how to be a quarterback, and
then
he's racing after him.
And then he faced out. So that was pretty cool. Now let's go ahead and jump into week 11 here for the predictions. Thursday night, we've actually got a decent Thursday night game for a championship. We got the Packers at the Seahawks,
which will hopefully not be a blowout.
No, and this is the end of probably one of those two's playoff run, really. The Packers are 4-4-1.
It's a must-win game.
Seahawks are 4-5. So this being a must-win game, and those two teams they're going to go at it. It might be 30-something to 30-something again. It's going to be good. Seahawks are favored only by 2.5 at home. That means on a neutral site, the Packers will be favored. I'm going to take the Packers.
Even if they don't even have a team around Aaron Rodgers.
If Aaron Rodgers has to throw it, and Aaron Rodgers has to go out and catch it, and Aaron Rodgers has to go out and tackle the guy on the other side. Then I think Aaron Rodgers will do that this week because he does not want to go out that way. And then, honestly, he may have to because isn't who's out this week? The receiver.
Randall Cobb.
Randall Cobb is out this week. Oh, that sort of hurts.
Yeah.
That might lean a little bit more towards the Seahawks, but I'm gonna until Aaron Rodgers goes out, I'm just gonna pick him.
Yeah, you can't go against that trusty old quarterback.
No. Now on Sunday we got my Cowboys. I think they're my Cowboys. Who knows? The Cowboys are at the Falcons. The Falcons are favored by 3.5.
Falcons.
Now, which Cowboys team is going to show up? The one that dominated Philly, or which Falcons team is going to show up? The one that won 4 in a row, or the one that lost to the Browns? I mean, you really have no clue which team's going to show up for either side here. It's potluck, man. I mean,
so do you think
I'm going to pick the Cowboys just because I like the Cowboys, but.
I do think that
it's plus 3.5 for the Cowboys. So
I just wonder if Clappy Clappy's going to think of a good game plan this time around.
I don't know. I just hope he stays out of the way so they can win. Jason Garrett. We got your team, the Panthers, at the Lions. Panthers are favored by 4 on the road. Yeah, so hopefully the Lions don't find themselves. Right now they're pretty lost. We're going to take the Panthers in that one. It's minus 4.5, but I think the
Panthers coming after a blowout loss and the Lions getting beat the crap out of by the Bears.
Yeah, I think the Panthers will be more focused. We got the Titans at the Colts. Titans
that's going to be a close game.
Yeah, It's going to be a close game. The Colts are on fire a little bit. The Titans are, I mean, they're really looking good right now. The Titans are surprising me. I think his fingers, where they were hurt and they were numb, he couldn't feel them.
Yeah, remember that little sprained elbow?
Yeah, he got his elbow hit, and he couldn't feel his fingers for the first 5 weeks of the season.
That makes sense now when you put it in that context.
He took his glove off 2 weeks ago, and since then they've beat the Cowboys and the Patriots.
The Patriots is what impresses me the most.
Yeah,
I mean, their defense dominated Tom Brady.
Just on the recent way that they've looked, I'm going to pick the Titans.
You pick the Titans.
I'm going to take the Titans.
And if
we're taking a lot of road dogs here. I'm taking the Titans +2.
Road Warriors.
Road Warriors. We have the Bucks at the Giants.
Wow, what a stinker.
I don't know. Do you think the Giants could be on a roll since they're at home?
Or
do you think Tampa can travel north in the cold weather? And I'm gonna pick the Giants.
Go ahead and pick. Yeah, I want to pick trusty old Eli. I mean,
Eli looked good in the last game, but who knows?
When you only have 3 points and you have 500 total yards of offense, and you're that deficient in the red zone, when you suck that bad in the red zone, I'm not picking you.
No. We got the Steelers at the Jaguars. Last year, this would have been what a game. This year, it's like Steelers are going to beat them, but probably 10.
So I think the Steelers. I think the last Thursday night is what will probably kickstart their playoff run. Is what I think. Yeah. I mean, this team looks good enough to probably move on through maybe the divisional round or maybe the AFC Championship.
Yeah, we got the Bengals at the Ravens staying in that division. Whoever loses this game is out of the playoffs too.
How about Baltimore? I mean, do you want me to tell you a stat of John Harbaugh?
Go ahead.
Since the Super Bowl championship in 2012 against the 49ers, his record as a head coach is 44-45. Absolute.
That sounds like the Cowboys.
Absolute mediocrity.
Yeah, there's rumors that he's going to be gone at the end of the season.
Well, I put him on the hot seat with all the talent he's had.
Yeah. With the Bengals at the Ravens, I mean, Flacco might be out this game. That one could make a big difference.
And with the Bengals defense being terrible.
Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and pick the Ravens.
Yeah, that's a good pick. I'm gonna stick with the
Ravens. The Broncos at the Chargers.
Chargers by 7+.
Yeah, easy.
Yeah, the Chargers are on a roll right now.
And the poor Eagles, they didn't beat the Cowboys last week, so now they're probably going to be punched for good. The last year's Super Bowl champs, they got to go to the Saints.
They're going to
the Saints.
The Saints are going to put a bird on a brisket.
It's going to be 47-17. It's going to be bad. It's going to be bad.
I just can't wait to see that, Dad. As a
I'm gonna enjoy that as a Cowboy fan. We got the Vikings at the Bears. We're probably going to take a little road dog again. I like
when
the
you
Vikings.
compare the two teams together, they seem similar on defense.
They're really similar.
But when you look at the Vikings' offense, is what I think is the better unit. I'm going to pick the Vikings for that simple reason.
The Vikings wide receivers.
Adam Thielen is incredible right now, and
Stephon
Diggs is always
Diggs
there.
who catches everything. We got the Texans at the Redskins. I'm picking the Texans.
Because the Redskins too conservative on offense. The
Texans are on a roll too. They've been getting better each week. And Houston's actually favored on the road. Houston's +3 on that one. We got every week we think, man, how can we have a worse game than we had the week before? And ta-da, NFL gives it to us. We have the 1-8 Raiders.
Oh boy.
At the 2-7 Cardinals. Ain't that just horrible? That is just horrible.
At least it's not a primetime game this time around.
I'm going to stick to my mantra, though. I'm not picking the Raiders.
Yeah, she's long gone.
That boat sailed. I'm going to pick the Cardinals. They're at home. I'm going to pick the Cardinals.
And the Raiders' defense is the equivalent of a revolving door.
Yeah, I think the whole team's equivalent to a revolving door. There's not a player there that knows he's going to be there the next week. And then we have Monday Night Football. This is the game of the week.
That's actually had a change of location.
Yes, it was in Mexico, but because of the crappy
horrible field position.
The Chiefs, 9-1, now at L.A., the Rams.
That is going to be a fantastic matchup.
And it was moved from Mexico back to L.A., so this is actually a home game for the Rams. 9-1 Chiefs, 9-1 Rams. Oh, that's good.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
That's good. This may be a 52-50 game. I mean, these are two of the best offenses that you can put out there. I mean, they're fantastic.
I think like the Chiefs. Do you want to pick the Chiefs or the Rams to win the game?
Man, I mean, who do you pick? Whose defense is the worst? The Chiefs' defense may be the worst.
So I may pick the Rams +3,
especially since it's went back to L.A.
That will give them home field.
If it was at a neutral side, I might lean towards the Chiefs a little bit.
But since
Eric Berry is questionable to come back. If he comes back, that's good for the. But we're going to go with the Rams here. We're going to go with the Rams. I think the Rams. The Rams are minus or +2.5, so we'll go ahead and take that. But
yes.
that's it. That's us for the week.
I hope you enjoyed this video.
Hit us a like down here. Hit us a subscribe. Leave us some comments. What you're thinking about.
Tell us what you think about this week in NFL football.
Yeah, you may like some of the stuff we say. You may hate some of the stuff we say. But let us know. I mean, it's fun to play around.
It's always fun to just tell each other what we think about it.
Yep. So other than that, be sure and hit the like button. Hit the Groovy Baby button over here somewhere on his head over here. Other than that, we are gone.
See you next week.
See you, man.